Oh, try here. What's up? Okay. Oh, this is not correct.
I forgot courses, but I know some songs that we just yeah. And then I just did. Sorry? Yeah, what? I was going there for forum. Yeah. 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 Hold on. If you come up, when you speak, if you come up to this one, you can then, when you're done, call all the kids up, let them each like say what their thing is, and we can do the song with all of them there. Does that work? You work. Okay.
So Shalom Aleichem tonight. It's more familiar.
All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Everybody, good to see so many scouting friends here this evening. We're going to do our Shabbat Unplugged musical Shabbat service tonight. So everybody should feel free to sing along. And later on, we'll hear more about the different scouting opportunities for our students and let each of our scouts introduce themselves. We'll begin our service with Shalom Aleichem on page 5 of our prayer.
malchei hamelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. V'melech malchei hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. V'melech malchei hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeichem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. V'melech malchei hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Let's turn to Lechuna Ranana on page 11.
Lechune ranena, l'Adonai, Nariya l'tzor yisheinu, Nikarem ha'fanav, v'toja, Pismirad Nariya lo.
Here on page 12.
Arba'im shana akud b'dor va'omar anshevei levavhem v'hem hayadu dirachai asher nishbati ve'api im yevaru el menuchati.
Page 13.
Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Yeshuato, Sapru Agoyim Kevojo, B'chol ha'amim nifleotav, Ki gadol Adonai, Hu al de'ot, Noahu, Al kol Elohim, Ikol Elohei ha'amim elilim, Adonai Shamayim asa, Od v'hadar lefanav, Bozre tiferet v'mikdasho, Havu Adonai mishpechot amim, Havu Adonai kavod va'os, Havu Adonai Yevot Shemo, Mincha, Uvo lechatzrotav einai, Yishachavu l'Adonai v'chazrat kodesh, Kilu mipanav kol haaretz, Imru v'goyim Adonai malach, Afti kontei vel timok, Yadinamim b'meishari, Yisnechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz, Iram hayam u'velot, Seyar Bifnei Adonai Kiva Kiva Lishpot Haaretz Lishpot Tevel V'Tzedek Amim Be'emunato Yalai Lai 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 Yalai Lai 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 Yalai Lai Lai Yai, lai, lai, lai. Lai, lai, lai. Lai, 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 lai. Right to 21.
All right, so please rise. We turn to Mizmor LaDavid, page 21.
Mizmor LaDavid, Havu Adonai B'nei Elim, Havu Adonai, Kavod Ba'ozainai, Havu Adonai Kevod Shemo Yishtachavu Adonai Hadrat Kodesh, Bo Adonai Hamayim El Kavahirim Adonai Hamayim Rabim Bo Adonai Bakoach Hainai Bo Adonai Ve'adar Bo Adonai Shover Arazim Vaishaper Adonai et Ozei Homanut Vayar Kitei Kemo Egel Levado Esir Yom Kevo Imo Ben Reimi Rai 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 Kol Adonai Chosei Lavotesh Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh Kol Adonai Cholel Ayalot Vayecheso Ye'arot U'Hechalot Lo Omer Kavod Ainai Adonai Lama Pu Yashar Yeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Yosleach Lo Yiten Adonai Yivarech Adamo Vashalom Yai Nai 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 Nai
Welcome to be seated. Turn to Lechado D, which opens with the first 3 stanzas on page 23, and then we'll jump to the last 2 on page 25. We'll just have a refrain so we can sing along.
Lechado D, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat Nikabela. Lechado D, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat Nikabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad, Yishmianu el ha'miyuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem u'tifer v'litzila la 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 l'chadodi, Likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nikabelam. L'chadodi, Likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nikabelam. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki mekor ha'viracha, מקדר נצוחה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומי תהי מתוך ההפכה, רוב לך שבת ויהיה בקרבך, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. 25. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תעריצי, ידי שפרתי, ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני סגולה. בואי חלה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Seated. I'll turn to the Psalm for Shabbat, which opens on page 27.
ישמור השם ליום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות, באמונתך בלילות. טוב להודות לאדוני, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות, באמונתך בלילות. טוב להודות לאדוני.
Pick up at the carrot in the middle of page 28.
Tat katamar ifra eres balvanon iskeshetuvi bebeit Adonai v'chatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu Kodelum Veseva Shane Verananim Ihu Lehayim Yashar Adonai Suri Velo Avlatavo.
We move from the Kabbalat Shabbat, the start of our service, to the Mariv, the evening part of our service. We take a moment for memory. And so as we turn to the Kaddish Yatom, to the Mourner's Kaddish, I'll invite anyone who is observing a yahrzeit or in mourning, or anyone for whom it's your custom to rise to do so as we turn to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 30. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Ve'alma divra hirute ve'amlich malchute v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye techol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari ve'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei almaya. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh V'yithadar, v'yitzaleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. I'll ask us all to please rise as we turn to the Baruch Hu, the call to our Mariv service, page 39a.
Baruch Hu es Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Be seated and continue with the paragraph on page 39a or b individually. Baruch Adonai.
Mother Yomu Mevi Laila, Mavtil Ben Yomu Ben Laila, Adonai Tzivaot Shemo El Chai V'Kayam, Tamidi Mochalinu Leolam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Amari V'Aravim.
Turn to Ahavat Olam on page 40, which will get us ready for the Shema. We'll start with Ahavat Olam on page 40.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limarta, al ken Adonai Eloheinu, v'shokbeinu v'kumeinu, v'shokbeinu v'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, Toratecha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, ve'orech yameinu. Uvahem negeh yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. Yavatecha al tasir mimenu li'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Turn to Shema on page 41 and we'll continue on to 42.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavecha, b'chol nafshecha, b'chol miyadecha, ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'eleh, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, ve'shinanta levanecha, v'dibarta bam, ve'shitecha leveitecha, Ulechtecha v'derech, u'shochbecha v'kumecha, u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot beinecha, u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha. Adonai Elohechem Amen.
Continue individually on page 43A or B, and we'll join together with Micha Mocha on page 44 afterward. Page 44.
Malchuto beratzon kibelu alehem. Moshe Miriam u'bnei Yisrael echanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamaru kulam. Mi chamocha la'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osei feleh. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha v'okayam lifnei Moshe. Ze'ili anu ve'amru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar kivad Adonai et Yaakov u'galom chazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai gal Yisrael.
Turn to Hashkivenu at page 45. We pray for a shelter of peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. ושמור צאתנו ואוהנו לחיים ושלום יתהווה לעולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Please rise as we turn to Bishamru, page 46.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יקדש שמי רבם יעמד עברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייך ובימיך ובחיי כל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן יהי שמי רבם מברך מעל עולם ועל מיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו נעלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן.
Remain standing for a silent Amidah, which begins on page 47 and runs through page 52. You can use the Hebrew or the English and the words of your own heart. Page 47 through 52. You're still praying your individual evening Amidah, please by means continue to do so. Otherwise, we'll turn to the Me'en Sheva, which is a symbolic repetition of the same themes of our evening's Amidah. I'll invite us to rise, and we'll turn to page 53 to start with Vayachulu.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחלו אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, היבו שבת מכל מלאכתו, היבו שבת מכל מלאכתו, אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי ישראל אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל אלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא העליון קודש שמיים וארץ מגן אבות בדברו וחיי מתים במאמרו האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו היבם רצה להניח להם היבם רצה להניח להם לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד מאוד הברכות ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת וברך שלי ומניח בקדושה לעמדו שני עונג זכר למעשה בראשית.
Page 54.
אלוהינו ואלוהינו את צאנו חטאנו קדשנו מצוותיך ותחלקנו את תורתך סבנו בטובך ושמחנו בישועתך ותטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך וינוחו בישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Continue with Kaddish Shalem on page 54. You're welcome to stay standing or be seated according to your custom.
יקרא ויקרא שמי רבה, ואמרי רק ורצי לי חוכתי, בחיי חלמים וכל חיי לכל בית ישראל, בגל אביב סמכרי רבין. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעלם מעלמיה יתברך. ברכתי שבחתי פרבינו מנסי, ודוד לבידו השמי קושה. בריחו לאלה מכל בחצה ושירתה, תשפחתה ולחמתה, דאמר בעלמם רבים. תקבל צצון ובצון בכל ישראל, קודם Holy Vishnu Robin, Yehesh Samarabam Ishmael, the Chaim Alilak Lishavim Robin. Ose Shalom Bim Rama, Huyase Shalom Aleinu. Ose Shalom Bim Rama, Huyase Shalom Aleinu. Ose shalom b'ruma, yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ose shalom b'roma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom b'roma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom b'roma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Al Kol Yisrael.
Standing, you're welcome to be seated. So it was only a couple of months ago that Abby Snyder, our youth activities chair of our board, reached out to me and said, you know, we've got a bunch of students in our youth programs in religious school who participate in different iterations of scouting, whether it's the Scouting America or the Girl Scouts, and said, wouldn't it be nice to have a Shabbat where we all get together? So this is our first one. It's a trial one. Next year, I think, seeing how many of you are here, next year, I think Cantor and I might even task some of you in helping us lead and getting you a chance to come up and help lead our service and show off all that you learn. But tonight, I'm very pleased to just turn to one of our parents of our scouts, to Cheryl Cooperstein, who will share some words about scouting and the JCOS that she participates in, and then invite our scouts on up to help us with a song afterwards.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Beth Shalom's first annual Scout Shabbat. Thank you very much for the rabbi and for the Abby, who were really supportive in getting this together. I'm really excited to see this become a bigger and better tradition each year. My name is Cheryl Cooperstein. Among other unit positions I hold, I'm the chair for the Baltimore Area Jewish Committee on Scouting for Scouting America. For short, we'll call it JCOS. My role is to serve as a liaison between the Jewish and scouting communities. I support programming such as tonight's Scout Shabbat, and that brings the two communities together. The JCOS serves as Scouting America's resource to support Jewish scouts in earning their purple knot religious emblems, one of only 3 knots scouts may earn as a youth and wear on their adult uniform. Jewish Scouting and Girl Scouts offer 5 youth emblems each based on the Scouts grade in school. Additionally, both organizations have adult awards where leaders that promote Jewish Scouting can be nominated by the community to receive them. Can anyone who has earned one of these awards stand up and be recognized by the congregation? I ran all 4 of those. One of the things we're thinking of for the fall is to organize formal classes to run for them. So if that's something you're interested, please reach out to me or to Abby and Mark. Other duties I have as the JCOS chair include helping scouts advocate for any religious accommodations they may need, and serving as a resource for the scouting community on the unique needs of Jewish scouts. For example, this June, the Baltimore Area Council is offering a Shabbat-friendly adult leadership training called Wood Badge. All this fancy stuff. As religious coordinator for the course, I helped ensure that everyone's religious needs, including dietary needs, are met. If you are a scouter who has not yet done Wood Badge, come join me in June for adult summer camp. Additionally, if you're interested in helping to support the JCOS and any of the work that we do, please reach out to me, to Mark and Abby. So you do not have to be registered in Scouting America to serve on the committee. All right. One of the things I love about scouting is how its value system lines up with Jewish midot. In Jewish life, we have midot. In scout life, we have the scout oath and law. While not identical between the two organizations, both oaths and laws frequently overlap with each other and both align with Jewish values. The Scout Oath and Law teach us about a 3-way responsibility to ourselves, to each other, and to God. Boy Scouts do this. 3. In Judaism, we look at the Magen David. We see the downward pointing triangle that represents our duty to ourselves and to others. We see the upward facing triangle, which represents our duty to God. These two are absolutely interconnected. So in both scouting and in Jewish practice, duty to self, duty to others, and duty to God overlap. Both Scouts and Judaism teach us about servant leadership. We must lead by serving and empowering others and by building community. We must be truthful, emet, helpful, derek eretz, courteous, kavod, kind, chesed, brave, ometz lev, and reverent, emunah. On Sukkot and Tu B'Shvat, observances focus on our relationship with nature and our responsibility to be protectors of the earth, Shomrei Adamah. Likewise, the scouting community teaches us the love of the outdoors, outdoor ethics, and conservation from the Leave No Trace principles and the outdoor code. In addition to the Scout Oath and Law, Scouting America's motto is be prepared. This week's Torah Parsha, Ki Tisa, shows us what that looks like. Scouting teaches us about leadership and teamwork. In this week's Parsha, God appoints Bezalel to oversee the construction of the Mishkan. Building the Mishkan requires far more expertise and work than one person could provide. Just as a scout works in a troop divided into patrols, with one senior patrol leader and a patrol leader for each division, Bezalel seeks out the expertise and leadership to best direct different aspects of the project. Bezalel ensures that the right people are put into the right places to accomplish the mission. Expert weavers oversee the weaving, expert builders oversee construction, and so on. Bezalel also prepares all of the tools and materials by seeking donations from the entire community. Everyone contributes in some way, whether by donating items of value or by providing support in the construction. Bezalel encourages his team, ensures that those who need training receive it, distributes materials, and oversees all of the work. Bezalel supervises all parts of the construction to ensure harmonious collaboration and continuously working toward a common goal. Moreover, Bezalel not only supervises and directs, but personally participates in constructing the Mishkan. Just as we teach our scouts and our adult leaders, Bezalel leads not by intimidation and directing, as the Israelites had experienced in Mitzrayim, but by joining together with his community and empowering each individual to contribute to the mission of building the Mishkan according to their personal skills and abilities. Together, the Israelites were prepared to construct an entity that was worthy of a place for the divine spirit on earth to reside. Scouting's mission is to prepare youth in America to become responsible participating citizens and leaders who are guided by the Scout Oath and Law. Just like Bezalel, the scouting program guides youth to become servant leaders, to live ethically, and to build skills that allow them to create a better world and serve others. Our youth of today become tomorrow's role models and leaders. Likewise, as a light unto the nations, Jews have the obligation to live a moral, ethical life and to serve as an example for others. May the values of Judaism and of Scouting guide our paths to create a kinder, more loving and peaceful world. Let us say, at this time, I'd like to invite any Scouts who would like to come up and introduce themselves to come up.
I would love to hear from all of my students who are scouts, where you scout, what your troop is coming
And
up.
all right, and if you guys
Everybody.
don't want to speak,
Girl Scouts, Scouting America.
you can just come up and help lead a song, and other children can come up too.
Whether you're wearing your uniform tonight or not, that's okay.
Yep. All right, you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Lily. I'm in troop 309 of Girl Scouts, and I'm today.
My name is Hayden. Yeah, that. And yeah, I was. My name is Eliana Cooperstein. I am a member of Troop 601 in Scouting America, and I am about to get my scout.
This is Asher, and he is a bear. What's your name? Your skin.
4085 and you need
You know, Arab light. And you need to put your, your Girl Scout, Daisy.
Gosh, you're coughing.
All right,
Lots of
so
strength and
tonight,
leadership.
we not only have our Shabbat spirit with us, but we have our scouting spirit with us. So Canner App is gonna lead us, because scouting is about learning through fun. We're gonna come up and do a fun song. Any other kids are welcome to come up. Or adults.
I've got that scouting spirit up in my toes, down in my toes, down in my toes. I got that scouting spirit down in my toes, and it's down in my toes to stay. I got that scouting spirit here in my hands, here in my hands. Here in my hands, I got that scouting spirit. Here in my hands, and it's here in my hands to stay. I've got that scouting spirit up in my head, up in my head, up in my head. I got that scouting spirit up in my head, and it's up in my head to stay. I got that Shabbat feeling all over me, all over me, all over me. I've got that Shabbat feeling all over me, and it's all over me to stay.
Thank you guys for coming up.
Yasha Khan, it's so good to see so many who participated. Scouts will put some more together next year. And you've got 3.5 weeks until Pesach. So keep track of who those Girl Scouts are for the cookies. 3.5 weeks to get those in. All right. I'll invite us to return to our prayer book. We're going to rise, turn to page 55 for our Kiddush.
Savri Chalarai, Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. B'shabbat kodesh b'ahava uvratzon hichilanu. Zikaron l'maaseh b'reshit, Yehu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh. Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'charta, v'yotanu kidasha, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodeshecha, v'ahava u'ratzon, hinchaltanu, baruch atah Adonai v'kadesh ha'shabbat.
Remain standing for Aleinu, page 56 onto 57.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol lateid gedula liyotzeh v'reshit shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adamam shelo sam chalkeinu kahem v'goraleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושבי קרוב השמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד Emet Malkeinu Efes Sulato ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת יום והשבתה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת עינות. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Welcome to be seated. We turn to the Kaddish Yatom, to the mourner's Kaddish. We ask that God grant that the memories of those who have gone before us be a source of strength for us and for everyone in the house of Israel. May the souls of our departed find peace in God's sheltering care, and may we all be blessed with peace, tranquility, and fullness of life. This week, as a congregation, we mark the yard sites of Evelyn Loosbader, Louis Schreiber, Sylvia Solitar, Ralph Levin, Pearl Wallman, Arthur Levinson, Doris Webb, Avraham Koppel, David Mentel, Yonina Saralee Skopola, Seymour Gerber, Alan Hartman, Leon Kupperman, Morris Selden, Bernice Goldstein, and Pearl Greenwald. I invite all who are in mourning or observing a yard site, or any firm, it's your custom to do so, to rise as we turn to the Kaddish Yatom, to the mourner's Kaddish on page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra pirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye zechol beit Yisrael, va'agala uvizman kari ve'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam umei amaya. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitramam ve'yitnaseh. Ve'yithadar ve'yitaleh ve'yithalal shmei dekudasha v'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabba min shemaya. B'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'rama. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. May the one who creates peace in the heavens grant peace to us, to all Israel, and to all who mourn. Welcome to be seated. It's my pleasure this evening to call on the sisterhood representative to our board, and looks like a Scout alumna herself, Helene Tyler, to share some announcements with us.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to everyone who has joined us in person and online. Thank you to our volunteers for setting up the Oneg tonight, which is sponsored by the families of our Scouts at Beth Shalom. Tomorrow evening, we will be hosting our 4th and 5th grade Havdalah happening and game night at 6:45 p.m. All are welcome to join us for this beautiful end of Shabbat tradition. There's a lot going on this Sunday, March 8th. Bagel Sunday is back. Stop by the lobby before religious school at 8:30 a.m. for fresh Goldberg's New York bagels, coffee, tea, and juice. At 9 a.m., Moshe Ben Lev is leading a discussion on the book Hostage by Eli Sharavi. We will also have our in-person minion at 9 a.m. At 12:30 p.m., join the green team in preparing the ground for the pollinator garden that they'll be planting in the spring. Community in Stitches meets again at 2 p.m. at the house of Linda Romano. The first session of Cantor App's in-person adult education Haftorah class will take place this Monday, March 9th at 7:45 p.m. This class is ideal for anyone looking to strengthen their Haftorah chanting skills. Nivanim presents Spot a Scam. Join us this Wednesday, March 11th at 2 p.m. as Tracy Resvani, a consumer protection attorney and administrator of the Office of Consumer Protection of Howard County, will discuss the latest scams and what warning signs to look for. We are hosting Shabbat across America this Friday, March 13th, with candle lighting at 5:45 p.m. Today is the last day to register for the dinner. Bezait Mengesha will speak during the Oneg on Jewish life in Ethiopia and immigration to the U.S. Join us on March 14th at 10:30 a.m. for an interactive junior congregation service led by Moshe Ben Lev. This service is open to all children K through 6th grade. Older students are encouraged to come and help lead. Join us on Sunday, March 22nd at 10:30 a.m. for Rabbi Greenspan's annual Haggadah Fair. For more information about these and other programs, visit beth-shalom.net. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Now, plenty going on. Plenty to talk to, and I invite everybody during our owning. We've got some cakes in celebration of our scouts and all of your hard work. So find a friend, say hello, and if anybody brought a friend who has any questions, it's a good time to learn from one another. For now, we'll conclude the service with the Don Olam, page 211.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Chef Kol Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Yacharei Kifot Hakol Levado Imoch Norah Vehu Haya Vehu Hove Vehu Yeh B'Tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Chef Kol Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Vehu Echad Ve'ein Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachbira Veli Reshit Veli Tachli Velo Haoz Ve'Hamisra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Chef Kol Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Vehu Eli V'Chai Goali V'Sur Chevli V'Eitzara Vehu Nisi Umanosi Menakosi Ve'Yom Ekra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Chef Kol Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'yado Afkid Ruchi Tishan Ve'ahira Ve'im Ruchi Yeviati Adonani Ve'lo Ira Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Chef Kol Azay Melech Shemo Nikra.
Shabbat Shalom. Good to see everybody.